Okay, I want to start. Can we all stand up? Stand up for a second. Okay, we need to stretch our bodies out and become more alive. We're going to sit down once you've stretched. I don't know about you, but like my bum's completely numb. So. Okay, great. And then we're going to take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And that was for me, not for you, because my heart's racing. Okay, so I was meant to talk today a little bit about myself and my journey, and then marketing your book. Because selling is storytelling, storytelling is selling. And originally I had a marketing agency. I still do a bit of marketing. And I was a celebrity talent manager, so I know how the influencer marketing world works if you want like a celebrity or an influencer to talk about your book. But I did have slides. If you want them, I can airdrop them to you. So, if you go into Eason's or Waterstones or Tesco's at the moment, you're going to see a lot of the same books in the bestseller section. And a lot of these books have actually been around for 10, 15 years. But the reason they're like popping off right now is because of something called BookTok. I don't know if any of you know what this is. So TikTok is one of the biggest social media apps at the moment. And BookTok, just to give you a bit of perspective, on my slides I had written that BookTok is a video topic and it has 58.1 billion views. And essentially, if you can get your book into that world, there's a very high likelihood, no matter how long it's been out for, that if you have the right people representing it, it's going to sell, and it's going to sell well. So I'm very nervous about the person that's flashing photographs of my face right now. So BookTok is something. BookTok is something that you need to just be aware of, and you don't have to be a certain age. For example, I'm not telling you to put yourself in front of a camera and talk about your book, but getting it into the hands of the right people can really, really help elevate you. I did have a couple of slides on how to use Instagram Reels, content ideas as an author, so if you want to talk to me about that, please feel free to. Now, working with influencers and celebrities, you can kind of trick them into talking about your book, because a lot of them can be like, okay, it's $2,500 for stories, and you're like, I'm sorry. The way that I would do it, and the way that I'm planning on doing it whenever my book is released, you send them a little DM on Instagram and say, hello, my name is Lucy. I wanted to connect with you because I love your content and I have written a book and I feel like you would like it. It's about blah, blah, blah. And I would love to send you a PR pack if you're interested. Now, this is where you trick them. Once they say yes, the worst thing in the world that you can do is just send a cardboard box with a book in it. Just post it as if it's like from Amazon. It's the worst thing you can do. Because if they wanted your book, they could just go and order it. But if you want them to talk about your book, it's how you present it. You need to create a PR package. You need to have little bits and pieces to go along with your book. So for me, my book is called Bells of Belfast. It's essentially a bit of Sex and the City, Bridget Jones, sex, relationships, self-love, self-discovery, etc. And it focuses a lot of Belfast local places. So for me, when it's released, I'll have like a little coffee mug from Established Coffee, which is one of the main spots that the girls go to in the book. I have a little thing of tequila, because one of the characters, Olivia, she loves tequila because, you know, she wants to consume more fruits and vegetables. And if she drinks tequila, she has lime. So, I mean, it kind of counts. And I think if you were to fill a box with a bit of personality from your book, present it well, guaranteed you're going to get Instagram stories promoting this book. And if you have someone with 200,000 followers like promoting your book, you're going to get over 1,000 sales. So I think the potential of that is amazing, and I'm such a believer that your network is your net worth, and the more people you know and the more people you connect yourself with, the better. Like, how do you expect people to know who you are if you don't tell them? You know, you just expect them to go onto your social media and they'll find an impression. But for me, I just moved to Belfast City Centre from travelling all around with my work last year, and I'm trying to meet one new person for coffee every single week so that then I can connect with them and see, can I help them at all? And just to make them aware that, oh, I'm writing a book and the book's coming out soon. Because it is so, so important. And I think the one thing that holds all of us back from doing this is fear of what other people will think. I'll be done in 1 second. Fear of what other people will think, and I think people are going to have an opinion of you whether they know you or not. You've already put so much work into writing your book. Now you scream about it from the hills. Make sure your social media is right, and don't be afraid to reach out to someone who is an influencer or a celebrity, because you never know, they could support you and it could be the making of you. Like Colleen Hoover, who was an author, who'd written many, many books. We're talking 50 books. And one of them took off on TikTok. And then now all of her books are essentially in the top 10. And these are books that have been on the shelf for 10, 20 years. So it can happen for anyone. You have to just put yourself out there. And that's basically what I just wanted to talk about. There's a lot more in the slides, but I can just send it to anyone if they're interested. Perfect. And my book's been in the writing for 1.5 years. I think Karen might kill me soon. I'm almost there. And hopefully it'll be out soon. So thank you so much.